Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our RimWorld War Let's Play. And it looks like things have finally kind of swung in our favor for once. We had a drop pod crash just outside of where we've been keeping our prisoners. And we have a character by the name of Callion, or something to that effect, who is injured and is in need of our help. She's actually a pretty good character, so female space refugee, age 44. Her thing is captain, which kind of fits in with our military stuff pretty well. And she is actually worthy of that title. She is a very good shot. She's actually a warship captain. That's interesting. Anyways, very good shot with passion for it. Decent in melee combat with passion for it. Very, very good at social interactions and very passionate about that. She's also fantastic at building. Okay at art with a little bit of potential there, and very good at intellectual with some potential there as well. So a lot of uses for her in our colony. Now unfortunately she does have a chemical interest, which can be a little bit of a problem. At least it's not a fascination though. But she is an optimist, which actually is a very good trait. So she is definitely going to be worth trying to save here. Now I think for the time being we're just going to throw her a sleeping spot in here, and I'm going to go for the rescue, not the capture. My hope is that as soon as she is able to get up and start walking around, she'll join us. Generally, that happens, but there's certainly times where that doesn't. If it's one of those times and she decides that once she's all patched up, she's ready to go home, well, then we might consider capturing her there. But for now, we're going to try to be nice guys. So Bender, if you could go rescue her, that would be great. Whoops, not you. Everybody's all healed up except for Cooper, by the way. Cooper's doing all right, but he's still got a lot of, can I not set her medicine? We'll see. I think she needs to be rescued first, but anyways, he's got a lot of injuries still, but nothing life-threatening anymore. His blood has recovered. He's got plenty of blood again. And mostly we're just waiting for all these scratches and bruises to heal. That fox really did a number on him. By the way, Nolan's clothing is the exact same clothing he had before. I just used a change mirror to change the colors of it. Also to fix his hair a little bit. So yeah. Also I noticed that I had started turning this into a bedroom. This wasn't supposed to be a bedroom. This was supposed to be a little battery storage that was also sort of a mini hallway. And so I had actually started, that's why I had the door off, and I think I mistakenly tried to correct it last episode, so I had to fix that, but I've got it now. And so Nolan has been sleeping here. I don't have a lot of wood available, so I went ahead and smoothed the floors in here just so they didn't, you know, he didn't hate his bedroom, essentially. But eventually we will get some wood floors in there. So oh, you put her in... Right, because Nolan had a thing in here. Could you maybe not use medicine? There's really no reason to. You know what? There's only one thing. Go ahead and do it. Yeah, use the herbal medicine, whatever. I don't care, in this case anyways. Failed while constructing. Okay, well, he's gonna have to go grab some more blocks. But we're moving along here. We've almost got all the bedrooms on this side dug out. I still haven't decided where I want to go from here. We could do Bender's, like, really lavish bedroom slash office slash research and art area. I don't know if that's the next most important thing or not. We could start working on this, which is going to be sort of the medical area. Or we could start doing this here, and it actually might be worthwhile because we do want to get some defenses set up, and that's going to take us a while. One thing I would like to do is let's get some granite embrasures in right there, and all of these are going to be embrasured, but for now let's do that one. And perfect, so that's that bedroom finished. Nolan's coming along pretty well, by the way. He's already up to 6 in mining and 5 in construction. He started at 4 at both of those, so his skills are progressing. You should be all patched up now. That's great. We will need to keep an eye on her. When she gets up, if she doesn't join us, we need to capture her and throw her in our prison, and we'll recruit her, but I'd rather not have to do that. Oh good, Cooper is up and about. Is that your rifle? I thought your weapons were still kicking around out here. No, it looks like your rifle got hauled, just not your shovel. Unfortunately, they did deteriorate a little bit from being outside. Not too badly, though. I guess he took one of the other ones. He just said screw it to the shovel out there and decided to take the other one. But that's fine. Man, he is still pretty beat up. But at least he's back on his feet. These have not been planted, by the way, because the temperature is too low for them to grow, so they just don't care about planting them. But I have allowed sowing, versus here I haven't. They're just not going to plant it if it won't grow. So, yeah, unfortunately I don't think we're getting another harvest before winter. Let's continue extending these across. As I mentioned before, these do serve as vents. That's why I am airlocking this little room. We are going to need to embrasure this too, so that anybody caught in our airlock can be fired upon still. I'm actually only going to embrasure one layer though, and then the other will be fenced or something. I guess I could embrasure both, but the thing is, then anybody standing along the wall inside here would be able to use them as cover too, and that kind of defeats the purpose. Not entirely, because the main purpose is just us being able to fire through there into the enemy. But the benefit to that is generally that we get the cover bonus of the embrasures, whereas they don't. But if I don't block that off, then of course they could, and it becomes a much fairer fight, and we don't want that. So I believe hydroponics is almost done. That's great. I'm actually going to queue that up next. And we'll want to start on that fairly soon, because it doesn't look like... Oh, I didn't mean to click that. God damn it. Whatever. We'll take a quick look at the planet. Why not? But I meant to just close the research tab there. So, we're going to need to take advantage of those hydroponics basins, because obviously with us unable to grow crops outside, food is going to start becoming very hard to come by. So, to that end, we get the hydroponics basin set up with some artificial light that will require a good bit of power, but that will give us a reliable source of food, which we currently don't have. So yeah, there's nothing going on right now. I didn't intend to click that. And because we don't have anything that's able to craft pemmican, we're making these fine meals, but eventually all the meat we start getting I'd like to turn into pemmican. But right now, that's just not an option, so we're not doing it. We did get all the kibble made, though, from the insect meat, so that is nice. Okay, hydroponics is done. Now we have to figure out where we're going to put this, because I didn't really intend to have, like, giant hydroponics rooms. Could put it down here or something. But again, I want greenhouses, because they're more resource efficient. I talked about that at length last time around, so I don't want to discuss it too much here, but that is sort of what I'm working toward. And so this is a more temporary thing that I need to find a solution for. We can start adding these in. We could add it here. We could even... The thing is, I don't know that I have the ability to... Let's see, skylights. I'm pretty sure that's another research thing we need to do. Where, oh, where are you? Transport, that's close. But we're looking for transparent roofs, and there it is. I'm actually going to make that our main priority right now. This can go second. And we'll just, I guess we'll make outdoor greenhouses with walls, put transparent roofs over them, and put the hydroponics basins in there. And then eventually we could just get rid of the hydroponics basins. Or realistically, what we could do is just forego that entirely. If we're quick, that is. What we can do is just set up something like this, but under a roofed area with some heaters. Or just even a heater, really. That will require power, but not nearly as much as like a sun lamp, so that's a solution as well. We just need to be fast about it because, you know, time is ticking. We are into fall, and winter is not far behind. and the current load of crops we have will not last forever. Although we do still have a pretty good amount of berries, so at least we have that going for us. It looks like it's warmed up enough for them to start planting, but these will probably never see maturity, so I don't know that, you know, there's any point getting our hopes up there. Alright, looks like we're being raided. Where and who? 3 guys. Okay, that's not so bad. Looks like they're still tribals. Yeah, the Dun of the Forest. My Tumblr tribe from episode, was it 3? But yeah, they're tribals, so not a huge threat. You've got a steel knife, you've got a short bow, and a shiv. So honestly, the one with the bow is the only real threat here. How about skills? What are we looking at? So we've Squid the Loner. Decent combatant, but a much better builder, actually. Let's see, a psychically sensitive psychopath that's greedy. So very good skill-wise, very bad trait-wise, unfortunately. I don't know if she's going to be somebody that we are going to welcome into our colony here. She could potentially be a prisoner type, somebody that we capture and just force to work forever. Then we have this lady who's also a psychopath with chemical interest. She's not nearly as good, really only useful as a researcher, and then with a lot of investment, maybe a crafter, but she's not worth trying to save. And then we have Worm, who is not bad, actually. The only problem I can see is, you know, obviously if he needed a prosthetic for any reason, but right now he doesn't, and we could try to keep it that way, is that this trait here will conflict with the, I think, 2 people we have with chemical interests. Or actually, I think it's only 1 right now. I think it's Nolan. I don't believe anybody else does. But I think Alligator has it too, so if she joins us, that will be the second one. So they could conflict a little bit through that. Now, it's a chemical interest, not a fascination, so the penalty won't be as bad. But he's got potential in a lot of things. Shooting, melee, social, medicine, cooking, artistry. There's a lot of things he could do for us. In terms of actual work, it's not nearly so much. I don't know what he would do for us, really. I guess he could take over cooking duty. Especially just cranking out simple meals doesn't take a lot of skill. Although he will be slower at it than like Grace would. I mean, he could be like the janitor or something. There's that too. But we could turn him into a decent fighter. So he might be somebody worth trying to rescue. But she is pretty useless. And then Squid, while being a great character, is... I mean, great... skill-wise is just awful in terms of traits, and I don't know if we can justify recruiting her. Maybe capturing her and forcing her to work as a prisoner, but in terms of, again, actual colonists, it doesn't seem worthwhile to me. That bear's on the move. Did he kill that wolf? Well, that's one less threat for us, but the bear is still dangerous. We'll need to keep an eye on that. We'll let them get a little bit closer and then prepare for fight. Actually, we really can't. As much as I'd love to wait, because everybody's so split up, I kind of have to call them up all at once. Cooper, I'm gonna have you fight. You've got a long-range weapon. As long as we keep you behind cover, you should be okay. Because you just need to sit back and pull the trigger, essentially. The short bow is the only real threat we have, as long as we're not stupid and let them get too close. Okay, perfect. So Callian is happy that we rescued her, grateful, blah, blah, blah. She wants to join us. We gladly accept. She is butt naked. I thought you had clothing on. I guess not. Well, let's see. Yeah, she's not wearing a damn thing. Well, go ahead and grab a rifle. I mean, yeah, eat too. It's awfully cold outside, so I don't know that I'm going to have her help out here. You know what? We may as well. We may as well. So yeah, go grab your food, eat, and then following that, I'm going to have you grab a rifle. Equip that as your primary. Grab a shovel as your secondary. And then I need you to hustle out there. We're going to try not to take too long because she is still not in great shape. But she is a pretty decent shot, and every extra round downfield will help. They're just going to hang out there. Okay, let's start moving in closer. It is very cold out, so we don't want to make this last too long. Let's get you two clowns right here. Bender, I'm going to put you... maybe there. And Cooper, we'll put you here. We'll get a nice crossfire going. Okay. What are you doing now? Resting? No, 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 I need you. Sorry, but I need you. So double time it on over there. Fleming, you should be here. Actually, you know what? Bender, go there. Fleming, I'll put you here. There we go. And Petit, I'm going to have you go aggro. I'd like to get this over with now. So if you could lure them in, that would be great. Okay, perfect. Looks like he's in range. Nice. Wow. One shot, one kill. That's what I like to see from my sniper. So it just outright destroyed Squid's stomach. Well, we don't need to worry about rescuing her anymore. The nice thing, too, is... Unfortunately, these are going to be marked as dead man's clothes, but they're dropping some decent coats and stuff, which we could use to keep our people warm. What is she wearing? Oh, she's got one of the long coats. Cool. I actually really like the look of those. So, Petit, if you can take another shot before they approach, feel free. Nice. I'm going to have you start falling back now. And everybody should be in range fairly shortly. Come on. Come on, guys. Really? Okay. She is down, but not out. Although she's in pretty bad shape. Still not sure what I want to do with her, to be honest. Still not sure. We might capture her and just leave her as a prisoner. So they're trying to flee. I'd prefer we not let him get away. Come on, there it is. Alright, so he died. Well, are you worthy of keeping? That becomes the question then. Incapable of dumb labor. I don't know. I think she might just have to be finished off. So, Fleming, do the honors. Oh, I guess he's going to use his weapon there. So, strip these people and then haul them away. Where did that come from? You had a shovel? Okay, well that gives us an extra one. So that's cool. Yeah, strip her. Haul the corpses to... Where are we putting the corpses again? Ah, over here. Watch out for polar bears. I think you'll be fine though. What was he wearing, by the way? He did have a parka. It's very, very beat up though. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about any of that. But I am going to grab the clothes off these dead people because she needs something, anything. So, in the meantime, at least we'll be able to, you know, give her that. You're cutting her up with your knife, your Bowie knife. Okay, everybody else, back to what you were doing. Fleming, sorry for making you do the dirty work, man, but somebody had to do it. God, she just doesn't want to die. Can you imagine, like, somebody down like that, already basically dead, and you got to finish them off with your knife, and it takes, like, 8 stabs? That would be brutal. Okay, strip. There we go. Let's make sure we haul that back. Pick up force where... Is our stockpile full? Our stockpile's full. We're going to need to expand that a bit. That's not a problem. We'll just push it out this way a little. And then we'll add some roof to it. Like so. And yeah, Fleming, I need you to... Well, first of all, get your gun back. I think if I undraft him, he'll do that right away. So yeah, go do that. On your way back, if you could haul that, that'd be great. And then we'll have Callian throw it on. She's not going to be too happy about wearing a dead person's long coat, but it'll keep her warm, and it'll be something. I don't know if it'll completely remove the nudity, but it's better than, you know, nothing at all, period. So yeah, and that went pretty well. It's a bit of a shame that we weren't able to rescue some of the more, you know, down but not kill one of the better characters, like him, for example. But none of them were so good that I, you know, desperately needed them, so I'm not that worried about it. Could you knock out the roof for me too while you're at it? No? Callian, go throw that on. I know you're sleeping, but put it on just so you're not naked. And I'd like to make these for everybody for the winter. I think they look really cool. Yeah, and they're the right color too. I don't know if they're all that color or if it's just because that one's alpaca wool. Alpaca wool, I guess it's sort of that color when you make stuff out of it, so it's hard to say. We can always recolor stuff though, so there's that. But yeah, I'd like to make everybody winter coats because it does get quite cold here in the winter. And I'm pretty sure we can just throw them on over our uniforms and under our chest riggings and stuff. So, you know, we'll just keep them in a room somewhere on really unhappy nudity, even though you've got that on. Okay, so we need to get some pants. I guess she could just wear this too, worst case scenario, because that does count as covering the lower body. And did you have... They probably all have tribal wear on, to be honest. Where did the guy end up? You were the first one down. There he is. You look like you have tribal wear too. Yeah, so she's going to have to wear tribal wear until we get something better. The issue then becomes, what can we craft her with what we have? There's not going to be a lot. I'd like to get her a uniform. Let's see. We want uniform Royal Empire. 100 cloth. So, yeah, that's going to be a ways off, isn't it? Because we don't have any cotton growing right now. We will eventually, though. We will eventually. Just have a bunch of, like, random furs and leathers, so it's not really going to do it for us. Also going to need to get her a helmet. That's something we can do, actually. We don't have the bench for it, though. But it's just going to require, I think, 50 steel or something, so we can definitely do that. And she's already equipped in terms of weapons, so that's good. I don't know if I should make her another... I think we'll start her as just a regular soldier, but since she is a captain, I'd like to eventually get her outfitted more like Fleming is. Although technically a captain is not an NCO, but in this case it's going to be close enough for us. Oh wow, this is almost done over here. I still have to figure out which way I want to continue this. Also, they seem to have taken a break from building the embrasures. And I should probably take that off. Now that the clothing is crafted, I think I can do that. And Petit should get back to work making those. We have enough right now. I just prefer he kind of stay on top of it before it becomes an issue again, so... By opening it up now, hopefully I can kind of preempt that. I mean, at least we got her. I just like adding characters to the party. To me, it's more fun having more characters, but I think you'll notice in my other playthroughs I can get a little bit carried away with it and add sometimes too many. But it usually works out. Just obviously you have to make sure your food and everything else scales. Otherwise, you can definitely run into problems. So another thing I've been considering, and this is sort of an idea I had combined with a few suggestions, is walling this off right here. And I guess we'd have to wall off a lot of this as well, maybe that. But essentially what the thought is that we'll turn this into his own enclosed space where we'll have a lot of growing and stuff happening. There's also a lot of steam geysers in here that we can use for power. So again, the logic is that we enclose that. It's not going to have access to our base necessarily. Maybe through like a airlocked part of this wall or something. So maybe there'll be a shortcut through here, but essentially this will be closed off and just be a growing area, among other things. But essentially just stuff that's not going to fit in here, especially with all the defenses we have planned. But we'll see. I don't know yet, because it is going to be a lot of material to make these big giant walls that block this off. Although not, I mean, it's hard to say because this is a bigger map, so my scale's a little bit off. But in the 40k playthrough, we have some pretty extensive, you know, really long walls, and I don't know that they're any worse than this. Actually, no, I think this is far shorter, so yeah, that's not too bad actually. Okay, looks like those embrasures are done. As soon as these are done, we'll add the extra 2 there. Then from the inside, we'll mine this out. We do need to make sure we airlock it, because we don't want this venting cold air into that part of the base. Although this is safe still. The stove furnace is, you know, keeping this nice and warm, although it is about to run out of fuel. And we don't have a lot of wood. I think I'm going to have to tell them to go ahead and cut these. Okay, let's build a copy of that right there. And any second now, we'll add one here. And again, I'm not going to replace the rest of the mountain or anything, just this little bit here. And that is going to be my inlet for power somewhere along here. So we'll run wires in. And I think we are going to go with wind power to start. I don't think we're going to do solar, just because solar doesn't feel very true to the setting. But wind power I think is fine. Any other type of power really, other than like nuclear, I guess. But I'm not running advanced power generation in this playthrough. I generally do run that mod, but in this case I don't. Or in this case I'm not. So yeah, I think just about anything accessible to us other than solar will be fine. Okay, so with that done, let's mine all this out. And I'm not sure how I want to do this, because I don't want to forget to put that in there. So I want to leave a little 2x2 space with... I don't know if I want to do coolers or vents or how I want to handle that. But something to that effect. I guess what I could do... Well, it's hard to say because we will still experience real summers on this map. So we could get hit with heat waves and stuff. And I kind of want to make sure that we're ready for that. But at the same time, the cold is our biggest issue thus far. And I want to make sure that we're, you know, really ready for that. Psychic Soothe is ending. It's a bummer, but, you know, whatever. Can't rely on those forever. Okay, so that is done. And so anybody standing in this little room should be able to fire out through there with the cover of... I don't know how additional cover works like this. I'm pretty sure it's not additive. But these give, was it 70% cover? So basically 2 layers of 70% cover, which is a lot better than like 2 layers of sandbags. Which is how most people build their defenses. So this is pretty damn good. And given the depth of these hallways, we can actually have like a mounted machine gun in here with plenty of room for somebody to, you know, man it, and then people to maneuver behind them. So that's going to work out pretty well for us, I think. How are you doing? Still healing up, that's fine. Actually, forgot to give her a job. I don't need to pause, though. It's not like she's up doing anything else. So, I think eventually she's going to be doing some wardening for us, but for the time being, I'm going to say no research. I don't like it when people get in the way of, you know, him researching. Art, I think that's going to be mostly Bender's thing, but we'll see. Construction is definitely something we could use help with. Hunting, I will keep you up on. Negotiation, jailering, and wardening. So yeah, I think she's going to be our main warden. Alright, so I've queued up the construction of our first power generating item here. So we're going to do a wind turbine. And then we've got just a little conduit running alongside it, which will connect to the grid that this creates around itself. And so this will run in through the embrasures there, and then obviously across the floor, and to, well, actually we could eventually just run it, you know, here and then through the wall. That's another option as well, so that we don't have it laying on the floor or anything. But yeah, it's going to go in here and then run all through the base in all directions, and that will allow us to power, among other things, these lamps, and probably some sort of weapon production thing. We don't have a whole lot of options right now. We do have this construction bay. I have no idea what that allows us to make. Somebody's not happy. What is going on with that? What's your deal? Acute pain off of barracks. She's hungry, naked. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty to be upset about. We need to refuel that, actually. We have enough wood. Why are people so lazy about this? Refuel the damn thing. And then if somebody could feed her, that would be great. You know what, here, Bender? You won't haul. Okay, never mind. Grace, I'm going to have to do, or have you do both. Luckily, she'll, I was going to say luckily she'll grab both, but no. Even with all the mods I'm running, she still cannot multitask. But that's fine. We'll get some light and some warmth back in here. People will be a lot happier sleeping in a warmer area, and then we'll get her some food. She should be healed pretty soon, though. And then we'll get her put to work. She'll probably help out over here doing something. Probably mostly building. Maybe even doing this for us if they don't get around to it in time. But yeah, we're not too far off of getting people moved into here. Now, of course, we only have like 4 bedrooms on this side. Well, again, we were going to make this sort of like one massive one for Bender. But that still leaves us with 3 other people that need housing. And so until we mine into this area, it's going to be difficult to get everybody sort of set up in one place. We'll figure it out, though. We'll figure it out. For the time being, I think we're going to end the episode here. So thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some RimWorld with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.